Hi, my name is Mike, and I'm here to show you how to use your new alarm system. When you first come to your keypad, you'll notice that we have a cover over the keys. Just grab it on the side here, pull this down to expose the keys, and now you can use your alarm system. So what you'll first notice is that the keys are backlit, the screen is not. Press any numbered key, and up comes the screen. Now you have 3 bits of information on the screen there. Your system is now disarmed. The door chime is on, and the ready to arm means that your system is ready to arm. You also have a green ready light over here. That's the quick way to notice from across the room. If you see the green light, you know everything's closed up. So one way to know if something's not open, if this is not ready, meaning dark like this. So if it's not ready, press the ready button and it'll show you up here on the display what is not ready, meaning what is open. Now, once you're to this point, then you'll move on to the arming mode. Your beginning master code is 1234. I'll talk about how to change that towards the end of the video. Now, the top 3 buttons are the ones you'll use the most. Off on button 1 turns the system off. You always have to enter your 4-digit code first, then the command. So we've just disarmed the system. Now, if you want to arm to the away mode, meaning you're going away and you're arming with the motion, then you would enter your 4-digit code and arm away. At this point, it starts counting down 60 seconds for you to leave. And once you go to come back in, you'll have 30 seconds to come back in. Now, once you walk through the door, you'll have the same beeps, 1 beep per second. The last 10 seconds are a double time beep. Basically, you walk over to your keypad, you enter whatever your master code is, and you hit off. Turns the system off, just like so. Now, if you want to arm in the stay mode, meaning you're staying in, or for whatever reason you want to arm without the motion, you would enter these 4-digit code and stay. Still giving you 60 seconds to leave, also giving you 30 seconds to come back in and disarm. So we'll disarm this. All right, so during construction, you may want to turn the chime off. The way to do that is it says chime here on button 9. So if you enter your 4-digit code and hit 9, it'll turn the chime off. Just the same way as it turns it back on if you hit the right buttons, of course, and then 9, it'll turn it back on. So we've gone over the disarm, which is your code and off, away is your code and away, stay is your code and stay. Over here on the side, you have actually 3 panics, even though there's 4 buttons. Your top button is your fire panic. Even with this door closed, you can see that it's there. You can't just bump it. You have to press and hold it for 3 seconds. So you press 1, 2, 3, alarm. The next button down, audible police. Again, can't just bump it. You want to hold it until you hear it. So press 1, 2, 3, alarm. Third button down, this is a silent police panic. I don't really have a good reason why anybody would use a silent police panic, but we do have a duress code. Now, if you ever want to use the silent police panic, you would press and hold this third button for 3 seconds. You'll hear a keystroke sounding like that, and it has sent the signal. This bottom button does nothing. It's unprogrammed, so you can press and hold it. Even though it beeps, it won't send any signals. Okay, so we have 3-second hold fire, 3-second hold audible police, 3-second hold silent police. Now, we also have what's called a duress code. So let's arm the system. Got to hit all the buttons and away. There we go. So system is armed. Now, you're walking in the house and somebody finds out you're a huge Buckeye fan and there's a Michigan fan that lives down the street, or maybe a Badger or somebody else that wants to come and say, turn your system off. Ma'am, turn your system off, sir. So what would happen as you come in, you remember that you have 2 codes. You'll have your master code and you have a duress code. Your duress code is 2222. Button 2, off. Just like that, turns the system off, sends a silent panic signal. They know you're being held hostage. I'm on test now, so they won't be sending the police to me. So the reason we picked 2222 is if you'll notice on button 2, it says away. Now, if you're standing in front of somebody holding a gun or a knife, and let's hope to God this never happens, but if it ever does, and your memory fails you for the numbers, basically you'll just look at the keypad and say, I want them to go away. So you would press 2222 off, which is 1. So 22221. Now there's a piece of information you need to know that when you come to this keypad and any time you press 2222, it will send the signal. Now, if you've got a bad guy standing there with you, you want to hit 22221, which would then disarm the system. I apologize for my unsteadiness of this. I did not bring a mount or a stand to be able to do this. So I'm doing this kind of on the fly for you. So real quick, once you get your green light, to arm the system, you have two ways you can do it. You can arm it with your 4-digit code, or you can use what we call our quick arming. Quick arming is your pound button. So pound away or pound stay, either one. Then, of course, you have to have the code to turn it off. Now, if you have several people standing here, the construction supervisor is standing here, and he's got 3 or 4 people around him, he can hit pound away, then they all walk out the door and nobody knows your code. Now, when you come in, you have to have the code to turn it off. Now, in order to change the master code, let's walk through that. To change a code, you press your current code, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you press number 8, which is the code button. And when you hit the master code and then 8, the system says, okay, we're making a code change. The installer code is in slot 1, 0, 1. Your master code is in 02, and user codes will be in 03, 04, 05, and so on and so forth. So the way this works is you would enter master code 802. That's to change the master. Then you make your new code 2 times. You'll get a beep at the end of the sequence, and that is the new master code. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 no longer works. It's 1, 2, 1, 2 off. Okay, so I'm going to change that back to 1, 2, 3, 4. So to change the code, you press the new master code, 802, and then you put in the new master code that you want to have put in. So again, let me rephrase that. To change a current master code, you would put in the current master code, press 802, and then enter your new code 2 times. It'll be followed by a beep confirming your new admission to the system. Now, let's talk about adding a code for your contractors or friends or family. So you would enter your master code, code 03, which is the next available slot, and then you give them a code. You put it in 1 time, it'll beep, and then that code is now in 1212 off. Also, your master code is in there still. All right, so 1212 is in slot number 3. So if you want to delete slot number 3 as construction ends, or maybe somebody else got a code and you want to change it. So let's, you overwrite your master code, you delete and re-enroll a user code. So let's delete the user code. So you enter the master code 803 pound 0. So now the 1212 off no longer works. And if you want to add more users, you would enter your master code 12348 804, 805, 806, and so forth and so on down the road. So the sequence would be master code 803, their new code once. To delete that code, master code 8, and the 2-digit user number that you want to delete, pound 0. You get a beep, and those codes are out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in here that is vitally important. Again, this is Mike Fisher. It's been a pleasure working at your home, and I'll get this sent over to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.